Dogs are a man's best friend. They're very loyal and forgiving, and it may seem like your dog is never bothered by anything, but there are some things humans do that dogs secretly hate. Avoid doing any of these things to your dog, and also dogs you may just meet out and about. Let's get into it. Using words more than body language. Many humans talk to their dogs verbally, which is fine. In fact, dogs can actually learn the meaning of some words if they're used in the right context. But dogs will not understand every word you say to them. In fact, a better way to communicate with your furry friend is using body language. But be warned, there is one thing dogs can't stand when it comes to body language. That is when people send mixed messages. For example, if you tell your dog, stay while putting your hand out, this will be very confusing. That's because your hand gesture will make them want to walk towards you. This can be confusing and distressing for dogs, so don't do it. It's good to be clear with your dogs both verbally and visually, and make sure what you're saying and your tone of voice matches your body language. Tight leash. Dogs don't like to be on a tight leash, literally. According to canine experts, one of the things dogs dislike the most is when their owners keep them on a tight leash. A tight leash keeps a dog from exploring, which is its natural instinct. Tight leashes will also cause tension between dogs and their owners. It will keep them in a very alert state and will stress them out. Having a slack leash will keep them calm, and also enable them to explore their surroundings. Tight leashes are a sign that you're tense and nervous, and your dog will secretly dislike this. That's why dogs often pull back when their leash is tight. Petting a dog's face or head. This one may be surprising to hear. After all, many people pet dogs' heads and faces and the dogs seem like they're enjoying it. However, this is not the case for all dogs. Just like with humans, many dogs dislike being touched on their face and head. They may stay near to you because dogs are pretty easygoing and very loyal. But canine experts say that it's best to pet your dog's back or rear. They may see petting their head or face as an invasion of privacy. Food interruptions. If you interrupted a human eating, it would be considered very rude. Well, the same should be true for you and your dog. Dogs can't stand it when humans touch them or move their food while they're eating. The best practice is to put your dog's food in a very quiet area of your house, and make sure any family members or visitors stay well away from your dog while it's eating. Dogs also hate it when humans try to clean around them while they're eating. It's much better to wait until your dog is finished before you try to clean up. Excessive cleaning. Nobody likes a dirty dog, but it turns out many pet owners clean their dogs far too frequently. Dogs actually keep themselves clean in their own way. This is normally by licking themselves. But this does not stop some people from cleaning their dogs way too often. Cleaning your dog when it's not even dirty is not helping them and could actually be harming them. Dogs actually use their body's smell to communicate with other dogs. That's because their senses are not as strong in other areas, for example their sight. For this reason, when you wash your dog, you should never use scented products. This will often cause dogs to run outside and roll around in the dirt. That's because they want to replace the unnatural smell with a more natural smell. Also, certain shampoos and cleaning products are not safe for dogs, so take extra care when using those. No rules and structure. You might not like being told what to do, but dogs actually do like this. Your dog will dislike it if you're too easygoing and relaxed. Dogs are incredibly loyal to their owners and crave their discipline and guidance. Dogs actually really enjoy this. That's why they're often used in workplaces. For example, dogs who work at farms or in the emergency services. Dogs seek out a strong leader and guidelines from their owners. That's because it makes things much less confusing and stressful for your dog. After all, dogs simply won't understand some rules. For example, why they're allowed in the house when they're clean, but not allowed in the house when they've been rolling around in dirty mud. They won't question this as long as you give them clear rules and structure. Excessive teasing. Everyone loves playing around and roughhousing with dogs, but sometimes humans take this too far, and you might not even realize it from your dog's reaction. Making loud noise behind a dog to scare it is very annoying to dogs. Other things dogs dislike include people pulling their tails, and also waving at them through windows. Oftentimes, young kids annoy dogs with excessive roughhousing and playing. Some kids may pull on a dog's ears or poke their eyes, and some kids have even been known to try and ride dogs. These are all things dogs seriously hate. If you have kids around your dog, make sure that you explain to them not to roughhouse with your dog too much. In some cases, it may be best to never leave kids unsupervised with dogs. That is, unless they know the protocols of how to respect your furry friend. Confusing scolding. So, we've already covered that dogs like discipline and rules. But what happens when they break one of those rules? Some people think that they need to give their dog a scolding, but you should actually never do this. You may be very upset or angry at your dog, but they won't understand why. By being angry and negative around your dog, this actually harms their mental well-being. So, without scolding, how do you train a dog? Well, it's simple. You use positive reinforcement. Simply ignore their bad behaviors and reward the behaviors you do like. Friend or foe? I'm sure there are people in your life that you're not particularly fond of. Well, the same is true for your dog. You should avoid forcing your dog to spend time with dogs or people they don't like. Otherwise, your dog could get upset or even aggressive. Hugging. What is hugging? Everyone knows the action, but what really is it? Well, the answer is a human social construct. We like hugs because we know that they're a sign of love and happiness. But a dog does not know this because in a dog's world, hugs don't exist. Dogs only ever place paws on each other to assert dominance. So when you hug a dog, it may tense up and be a bit nervous. Some dogs can learn to tolerate and sometimes even enjoy hugs. But that is not a dog's natural state. So don't be surprised when a dog tenses up or backs off when you try to hug it. It's best not to do this unless you know the dog likes to hug. Otherwise, it could feel threatened or upset. Unfamiliar eye contact. Imagine walking down a street one day when a stranger makes excessive eye contact with you. You would likely be creeped out and wonder what's going on. Well, dogs feel the exact same way. If you see a dog you've never met before on the street, don't make eye contact with it for too long. Dogs dislike it when strangers stare at them. And if you stare at a strange dog while walking towards it, it could feel threatened. Even if you're smiling, this won't help. That's because dogs aren't good at interpreting human facial expressions. If you do this to a dog, they may get scared and run away, or in some cases even get aggressive and try to bite you. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment down below, do you have a dog, and if so, what breed is it? If you want some more amazing videos, then check out my second channel. But as always, thanks for watching. There are some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.